Three boys, three countries, zero connection. Until the world of football pulled them together and made them collide for the rest of their lives. One was born on a volcanic island at the edge of the Atlantic. One grew up in the dusty streets of Argentina, nearly losing his dream before it even began. And one emerged from the heart of Brazil, a country that bleeds football. What happened next would rewrite the record books, break the internet before the internet was even ready for it, and divide fans across the globe for decades. This is their timeline. 1985, Funchal, Madeira, Portugal. A boy named Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro is born into a working-class family. His father is a kit man for the local football club. From the moment young Cristiano can kick a ball, he is obsessed, relentless. Coaches at Sporting CP would later describe him as a boy who stayed behind after training, long after everyone else had gone home, just to practice. But here's the thing most people don't know. Ronaldo nearly didn't make it. At 15, he was diagnosed with a racing heart, a condition that required surgery. One wrong move on that operating table and the story ends before it begins. Think about that. He was 15 years old, lying in a hospital, wondering if he'd ever play again. He woke up, he played again, and he made the world very aware of that decision. 2 years later, in 1987, Rosario, Argentina. Lionel Andres Messi is born into a tight-knit family with deep football roots. By age 5, he is already doing things with a ball that grown men can't explain. But at 11 years old, Messi receives devastating news. He has a growth hormone deficiency. Without expensive treatment, he won't develop normally. His local club in Argentina, they can't afford it. His family approaches Barcelona. And in one of the most consequential decisions in football history, Barcelona's director watches a 10-minute trial and signs a contract. Reportedly on a napkin, the kind you wipe your mouth with after lunch. That napkin launched one of the greatest careers in human sporting history. And then in 1992, because apparently the football gods decided 2 wasn't enough, Neymar da Silva Santos Jr. arrives in Mogi das Cruzes, Brazil. Neymar grows up in poverty. His father, a former footballer, coaches him in the streets and on the beaches. There's no elite academy, no professional setup, just raw, unfiltered Brazilian flair, drilled into a kid who could do things with his feet that looked frankly illegal. By age 17, Santos FC unveils him to the world, and Brazil collectively loses its mind. Now, here's where the timeline gets electric. 2003. A 17-year-old Ronaldo walks into Manchester United. Sir Alex Ferguson doesn't just sign a player. He signs a force of nature. Within 2 seasons, Ronaldo is unrecognizable from the slight, skillful winger who arrived. He is bigger, faster, stronger, more ruthless. In 2008, he wins his first Ballon d'Or. Then he moves to Real Madrid for a then world record fee of $80 million. The statement is clear. Ronaldo is no longer just a footballer. He is a brand, a symbol, a phenomenon. Meanwhile, across the border in Catalonia, Messi is quietly building something different. Where Ronaldo demands attention, Messi earns it. His 2012 season is still discussed in hushed, reverent tones. 91 goals in a single calendar year, 91 goals. A record that experts said would never be broken. A record that made grown men in press boxes put down their pens and simply watch. And here's your cliffhanger. Because we're not done with 2012. That same year, Neymar, now the most coveted young player on earth, is about to make a decision that will define his legacy in ways nobody could predict. We'll get to that. But first, understand what the Ronaldo-Messi rivalry was doing to football fans everywhere. It wasn't just a debate. It was a religion. You were one or the other. Playgrounds in Manchester, living rooms in Buenos Aires, barbershops in Lagos. Everybody had a side. And that rivalry? It sold shirts, filled stadiums, and drove billions of views across a new platform called YouTube. Football had never seen anything like it. 2013, Neymar joins Barcelona. Suddenly you have Messi and Neymar in the same team, a partnership so devastating, Real Madrid reportedly lost sleep over it. Add Luis Suarez, and you have the MSN, perhaps the most feared attacking trio in football history. But Neymar has a choice looming, a choice that will cost him more than money. Stay in Messi's shadow or step into his own light. 2017, Neymar signs for Paris Saint-Germain for $200 million. The most expensive transfer in football history. He chases the Ballon d'Or. He chases a Champions League. And he faces injury after injury, heartbreak after heartbreak. Sometimes the price of independence is steep. And yet, by 2026, all 3 men are still in the conversation. Ronaldo having carried Portugal and Saudi football with an almost frightening hunger, Messi having finally lifted the World Cup in 2022. In what many called the single greatest footballing moment of the modern era, Neymar still fighting back from injury, still electric when fit, a reminder that talent without luck is its own kind of tragedy. Three boys, three completely different paths, one shared legacy. The debate over who is greatest may never be settled. And honestly, that's exactly the point, because football isn't just about trophies. It's about the arguments it starts, the dreams it fuels, the kids in Madeira, in Rosario, in Mogidas cruises, watching these men and believing the impossible.